Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Make yourself feel at home. Today I'm going to be meeting a new friend for coffee, and I thought you and I could get ready together and discuss adult friendships because girl, these streets out here, they're rough, okay? They're rough. So let's get into it. So my husband and I recently just moved to New York City and we didn't really know anyone here. So we're starting from scratch with the whole friendships thing. And honestly, I think when you move to a new city, it's just so difficult to make friends. And especially as an adult, like no one tells you how hard it is to make friends as an adult until you're the adult trying to make friends. So having moved here, it feels very much like I've been thrown in the deep waters and it's for me to figure out how do I find those new connections and build friendships that I can grow with over the next few years. And what I've found here is, I think it's not just a New York thing, it's just an everywhere thing. When you move to a new place, the people there probably already have their friend groups established. They've been there a while, so they have their systems, their routines, their friend groups, their friendships that they want to invest in more. And I think as a new person, you don't just automatically become a priority for someone. And I get that. I've been trying to not take it personally. So when I meet someone and I feel like they're not really prioritizing me, I don't take it personally, or at least I'm trying not to. So there's that. The friendship groups are already kind of established when you come to a new city. And people are also very busy. People have things happening in their lives. People have kids, they have jobs. They have a lot of things going on because being an adult is not easy. So they have all their shit going on, and understandably, like, if you are a newbie in that scene, being plunged in, it feels like you trying to fit into their routines as well feels a bit difficult. So I'm an introvert by nature, and I found that I've been having to try put myself out there a bit more because honestly, I can't just sit in the house and make friends from the house, right? Like I have to put myself out there, I have to go to things and put feelers out and let it be obvious that I am looking for a new friend group or some friendships or some connections. So that has not been easy. I think one way that I've tried to meet people here is friends of friends have friends who live in New York, and they're like, I think you and this person would be so great together if you guys met up. You have so much in common. I think you guys would get along. And you meet them in person and you realize the only thing you have in common is your common friend. Like you don't have interests that align, you guys are not on the same page, you're in different life stages, like some of them have kids, I don't. So I'm just like, I find it hard to picture where I come into their lives and vice versa, I think. So that just fizzles out and you only meet someone once and the second drink just never happens, which is okay. So that's one way to meet people. The other way I've been trying to meet people, and this I will put on TikTok because I've been seeing so many ads, especially during Thanksgiving. I would scroll maybe 2 minutes and there would be an ad for Bumble for friends. So I was like, I'm intrigued. I kind of want to know what Bumble for friends is about. And it felt awkward. I'm going to be honest. When I joined the Bumble for Friends, so it's like BFF, Bumble for Friends. When I joined it, at first I felt awkward. I felt like I was joining a dating app. And I was like, what is happening? I'm so uncomfortable. Anyway, I've been trying to push myself out there a bit more so that I can meet people, right? So I pushed past the awkwardness and I was like, Matilda, you need to do this because you want to find your girlies for brunches here. You want to find your people to hang out with on a Friday, whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. So I created my profile, put the pictures up. You write a short description of why you're on Bumble for Friends. And I basically just said, I'm new to the city and looking to make some friends, as one does. I put up my pictures and I was good to go. So I began swiping. I swiped right on a lot of girls. I wasn't being so picky. As long as I saw something that connects us, I was like, yeah, swipe right, swipe right. It's going to be fine. You just cast a wide net and hopefully it like comes down to like a small number and you meet them in person and hopefully you click with a few of them. So I swiped right on a few profiles, and first of all, I got a notification that, hey, 4 people have liked you. I was like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. Like, let me go and see who's liked me. So I go onto the profile to see who's liked me, and Bumble's like, you need to pay us $3 a week. And I was like, now I'm paying you as well? Like, I've put myself on the line and now I have to pay you. I don't know, that felt to me like, at least show me the people who've liked me first. Like, show me the people. Maybe I will like them back, you know? So I was like, okay, it asked me to pay, and I did think about paying because I was like, hey, I need to do this. And before I paid, it was kind of like, oh, let me verify my profile because there's an option to do that. And when I went to verify, I just couldn't verify my profile. It didn't matter what photos I uploaded. Obviously, as a Black woman, my hair changes quite a bit sometimes. And I had a few pics where I had my afro out and some I had like braids in. And I just couldn't get my picture verified. I even tried to upload a photo of me literally right there. I took a photo, uploaded it, and tried to verify it against a photo I just taken, and still nothing. So I was kind of like, I think it will be awkward if someone is chatting to an account and it's unverified. I would feel a bit funky if someone was chatting to me and their photos are like not verified. So it's kind of like, you know what? This isn't for me. Bumble didn't work out, but honestly, I'd still be willing to try it again. Maybe it was just a bad day. Maybe the vibes were just off that day. So I'd be willing to give it another shot. But now I decided how to tackle this mountain of making friends here is I will go to as many things as possible that I can. And that's basically when random friends or friends are like, we have this happening. Do you want to come? I'm like, yes. Yes. It makes me so uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes the introvert in me just gets so socially anxious, and it's like, what if I don't have anything to say to someone? What if there's awkward silences? What if we don't click? What if they think I'm a weirdo? What if, there's so many what ifs that go through my mind, but I try to push myself and be like, yes, I will come. I will go to this. Thank you for inviting me. And basically, this is how I ended up meeting this new friend that I'm meeting for coffee today, through random friends of friends of friends. Random invite to a social gathering. We're pushing ourselves out there, right? So immediately, yes. So show up to this thing. And I think one thing I've had to be conscious of is don't be scared to be vulnerable. Like, I feel like when you meet new people, it feels very much like you want to present this image, at least maybe it's just me, you want to present this image of, I am loving it here in New York, which I am. I am loving being here. So I think I would default to being like, it's so great. I'm having so much fun and it's wonderful. But I'm learning that when you're a bit vulnerable about things you're actually going through, that is a way to make a connection with someone, because someone in the room might be going through the same thing you are. And that's a point of connection. Whereas if you're like this stonewall, everything's great, I'm great, we're great, it doesn't really give room for anything to develop. That's how I feel. So go into this thing, and obviously people are usually like, how long have you been here? And you're like, yeah, I just moved here. And they're like, how are you finding it? And you'll be like, oh, it's great. But trying to find some friends here, because that's been a bit difficult. So I find that doing that a bit more has helped me find embers of connections here and there. Because what happened with this particular girl is I said, yeah, just recently moved here, looking to make friends. And she's like, oh my gosh, me too. And I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, there was that connection. And I remember we got sat next to each other at the table as well. So that also was very, very nice. And we just casually chatted away over the dinner. And over like 2-3 hours, we were just talking about random things. And we had a lot in common. And we were discussing like, yeah, making friends, making new friends here. She's also finding it difficult. She was saying, yeah, it's really hard to penetrate friend groups because people are already established, the things we've talked about basically. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is exactly how I feel. So after an evening of connecting and feeling like there could be a potential friendship here, I did something I never do. I was like, hey, would you want to meet up for a coffee sometime? Here's my number. And she's like, I would love that. Going into this, I feel like part of me is freaking out. I'm just like, what if me and this girl are just sat in awkward silence for an hour and we don't have anything to say to each other? What if we run out of things to talk about? What do I do then? Because I am not good with awkward silences. But I'm just like, hey, if that happens, that happens. That's just how it's meant to be, girl. So I'm trying not to let my fear or my what ifs catastrophize something that's not happened yet. Because I feel like I have the kind of brain that's so good at letting me know all the scenarios that could go wrong. Imagine you have lettuce on your teeth, or you have spinach in your teeth, or your coffee spills all over your shirt, or she thinks you're a weirdo, a creep. Trust me, my brain goes there without me even trying. So I'm just like, hey, this is not the time and place to catastrophize. We're going into this with an open mind. So I'm really, really trying to do that. I'm now done with my makeup and I need to leave because I need to catch a subway in about 3 minutes. I don't think I'll make it, but we'll see. But yeah, that's just my random ramblings on making friends as an adult in a new city. And if you're in the same boat, let me know, what are you doing to make friends? A girl could use all the tips she can get, so please let me know how you're coping if you're in the same situation. Okay, I'm now off to go do my coffee. Wish me luck.